Hello and welcome everyone, my name is Mo, I'm the head of design at Mimimi Games, and today I'm here to give you a mission walkthrough of Shadow Gambit The Cursed Crew, our new game. It's a stealth strategy game set in the Lost Caribbean, which is an alternate history version of our world during the golden age of piracy. Right now we are controlling Afia Manikato, who's the main character of the game, and the navigator on the very cursed pirate ship called the Red Marley. You return to the Marley between missions, where you can chat with your crew, hang out, do side quests, side missions, and of course choose what island to sail to next.
Where to, navigator? A distress call has reached my thoughts. It's coming from Calamity Reef.
Can you establish a connection?
Hello. This is Captain Harlock of the Sally. Me and me crew have been captured by the Zealots. Any boat with a soul left out there, send help.
This is the Red Marley, Captain. Where are you?
Reaper, am I glad to hear you. We're right in.
Right in where?
The connection is gone. The reef's energies are interfering.
Any idea where it came from?
No, but our conversation has left a couple of soul traces behind. Touch one of them, and I should be able to locate the source. Now choose our landing, navigator.
Every mission begins with a briefing like the one you just saw, but from this point on, it's your choice. So you can basically survey the area, see what the objectives are again, look at it, and then make a tactical decision on where you want to spawn on the map and arrive by boat to tackle the mission in a way that you see fit. And once you've chosen a landing point you like, the next big decision comes, and that's which of your crew members do you want to take on that specific mission. They all have unique special abilities and are strong in certain parts and weaker in other parts, so combining them cleverly is a very important part of the game.
Treasure? I'm in!
The characters that we have chosen for this playthrough are Afia, who's the navigator, and she has a sword stuck in her chest, and she can remove the sword and blink through space and time to make dangerous attacks. We have Quentin Albers, the guy with the fishing rod and the treasure chest on his back. You'll see later what he does, he's a little special. And we have Teresa La Ciega, who is a sharpshooter.
The verdict is clear.
In Shadow Gambit, you usually want to stay undetected and sneak your way through the missions and take down guards one by one from behind sneakily. And to do this, you can display the enemy vision code, which is one of the core features in the game that allows you to make informed decision about who you want to kill first or knock out first. You can also play non-lethally.
My soul is razor sharp.
Tough customer.
I'll snap my fingers. Welcome to the other side.
What we saw there was Afia's ability to freeze an enemy in time so they do not hear anything or detect anything around themselves, which is a strong distraction that you can use to create openings.
She's just staring into a cannon.
Doesn't the maiden preach to be patient among the flame?
My chest is off limits. Golden opportunity.
Every character has a distraction like that, and this one is Quentin's, who can throw his golden head, because he's a headless skeleton, and use it as a lure, and lure guards to a location if they see the skull.
There is no time to reconsider.
Ignore that little white square at the top left. It's an earlier build, so there might be a little bugs in there. In the final game, this of course will not be happening. Now what you can see here is one of the greatest features in the game in my opinion, which is Shadow Mode. It allows you to queue up actions for each of your crew members and then have them be executed at the same time. which can create these very cool moments where you do a lot of stuff at once without having to like micromanage insane controls or stuff like that.
That should do the trick.
Trace leads to the center of the Inquisition encampment, to a small wooden ship right on a table.
An entire pirate crew? Caught on a table?
Aye. Pick it up and see what you can find.
Don't think you can escape.
Now, after we have located the source of the magical communication we've received, we know where we need to go next, and this is this Inquisition encampment. And in Shadow Gambit, there's always multiple paths into a location like this. So there's the ivy we just saw. We could, if we have characters that can swim, enter through the beach right here. Or we could go to the completely other side of the location and maybe enter over these planks with a small tower right there. Or take the big iron gate, which also works. It looks a little heavily fortified, but it's possible. And of course we have the main ramp up there. All of these are valid entry points. Depending on the characters you have, you might favor one or the other.
Never look back.
Other soul energy infused into these parts. We could consider this.
Hold it right there. Let's get moving, eh? You're dead.
It is in there somewhere.
Yes, I agree. At least as long as we have the lighthouse surrounded, no one else will get on top of it.
We're going to climb up that ivy on the side for this playthrough. And now you can already see one of the things I mentioned before. Teresa cannot climb ivies, she can only climb real ladders because she has a peg leg. But we have Quentin in our team, and he has the fishing rod, which is a very powerful tool that allows you to, well, reposition your team members if you are so inclined and want to pull them up to you. So he can overcome one of Teresa's weaknesses in this case. And this way you can infiltrate these spots in very intricate ways if you use the abilities of your characters.
The Inquisitor. She troubles me.
We must trust her judgment.
Don't think you can escape.
While we are taking care of these next two Inquisition acolytes, I want to talk about the location with. This mission takes place on Calamity Reef, which is one of the big islands in the game. It's a very magical location, and historically what happened here is that there was a huge war between the cursed pirates, like ourselves, and the Inquisition of the Burning Maiden, the enemy faction in the game. This has been years ago, and everything here is littered with these old ships, and due to a magical event that I'm not gonna talk about right now, we're basically having this vibe of being on the ground of the sea, between all these shipwrecks. Now this outpost, as you can see, is heavily guarded. There's a lot of acolytes patrolling, and even two Eudex, which is the guards in the white robes. They are sharpshooters themselves. You can see it's on a very large vision cone they have. They cover a huge area, so you usually want to take them out first. Luckily, we have our own sniper with Teresa, so we can try a long-range distraction. And we're also going to capture memory, which is the effect you see right now. And this is the ability of the Red Marley, your pirate ship, who can always create memories so you can return to them at a later time. So if something goes wrong, like in this case, you can either keep playing or unleash the memory and return to that point in time to try again, experiment, and have fun with the systems.
Marley resets time. And we can try again. Your soul is free. Enjoy.
Why is there a miniature ship in...
Now that we've taken out one of the Eudex, we're looking for the next target that we can maybe isolate and take down. And this is a very sandboxy game, so there's so many ways that you could tackle this. It depends on what ideas you have, what types of characters you have, how you enter this location. All these factors into your decision making, and you can rest assured there is dozens of ways to solve these situations.
As you said.
The trace leads right to it. Curious. Pick it up. It might contain information that leads us to the actual crew.
And another stack. Don't think you can escape the maiden's fire.
I knew it.
In the end, it finds us all.
Crimes of life. What do we have here?
We can also use a marker to place anywhere on guards or on the floor to see if somebody's seeing that point, which is what we're doing right now to make sure who's guarding this commissarius.
Mysterious little ship.
We'll draw them.
Strange.
Oh?
Suddenly very silent.
Where's your fishing?
There's no use. Flames to burn through your resistance.
Let's get moving, eh?
See you
You need more?
Yes, keep it coming.
Why is there a miniature ship in perfect condition in the middle of Calamity Reef?
And of course, with this playthrough being done on a gamepad, the game has excellent mouse and keyboard controls that you would expect from a game like this, and it works perfectly no matter what type of input device you prefer.
It was emanating soul traces. I sensed them.
What clues are we looking for? Isn't it obvious? How could one of the biggest battleships of the Holy Inquisition ever sink? It's unthinkable.
Let's see what's out there.
Abomination. Gracious maiden, the curse that
Prepare yourself.
Well, no.
Any coin?
Curse you. The iron burns. Someone, please.
Now in this case, we tried maybe fighting a little bit, because you can do that in the game. You don't have to reload every time you get detected. But in this case, there was just too many guards left and we didn't have great positioning, so after one of our crew members died, we decided to reload. It's important to note though that if a crew member goes down or dies like this, they're not out of the game yet, because they're cursed, they're undead, so you can revive them again and have them join the fray again. You just can't do that infinite times, because the timer to revive them is gonna get lower and lower, so you can't just abuse the game and skip everything by basically brute forcing your way through. You still need to think and be strategic and tactical, even during the combat.
The maiden's fire. In the end, it finds us all.
Another cool thing about Shadow Mode is that it